You're watching CITAM Church Online. My name is George Murichu, and I'm ready and delighted to bring to you God's Word as we consider that title right there, Facing the Giants. This borrows from a movie title by the Kendrick brothers, mightily used of God in bringing forth wholesome entertainment, Christian entertainment, adding value to many, many lives. And in turn, that borrows from a popular story in the Bible, in the Old Testament. And I want to draw our attention to the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17. David is facing up to Goliath. And of course, we know as we read this story, in the light of what Jesus has done, his redemptive work, we know that this story points to Jesus Christ. It is such a foreshadow of Jesus Christ, of how he, who is the son of David and the root of Jesse, he is our champion. And he has defeated our biggest giant of all, our biggest enemy, sin and death and the devil. He has conquered, and he has done this by stepping into the ring. And that ring is what he did by his death and by his resurrection. And so I am here to point you to that Jesus, that when you are connected to him, there is no giant that you cannot face. Praise be to the Lord. The New Testament tells us, whoever leads us in triumphant procession, Jesus is our champion. Jesus is the one who enables us to walk in victory. And I pray that wherever you're watching this from, or whatever season you are experiencing, that you would just be connected to Christ, Son of David, root of Jesse, our champion, and that he give you the grace to overcome whatever giants, whatever challenges and obstacles you may be facing. And so I want to look at a number of things David faces prior to facing up to Goliath. One is actually a giant in the form of opposition from his family. David has been sent by his father to the battlefield, and David gets lots of hostility from his eldest brother, Eliab. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel 17, verse 28, that now Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spoke to the men. And Eliab's anger, listen to that. Eliab was angry at David. It was kindled against David. And he said, "Why have you come down? And with whom have you left those sheep?" Listen to that dismissive language. Those sheep in the wilderness. And then now he even goes a step further and he accuses David of having the wrong motive. He says, "I know your presumption and the evil in your heart, for you have come down to see the battle." Very hurtful words, very dismissive attitude. What bile and vitriol David is getting from his eldest brother. Have you ever been in a place like that? Have you ever been in a place where someone in authority, someone you look up to, breaks you down by their words, by a dismissive attitude? That's what David faced. Maybe it's in your school as a young person. A teacher has said some very hurtful words to you. Perhaps it's in your family. I am here to remind you that those things need not define you. Like you can take David's example in verse 29, how David, it's as if he shakes off these words. David has such a strong sense of rootedness in God, as we're going to see later on. And based on that, he's able to face up to opposition, even opposition from his eldest brother. My prayer for you is that you will be able to detach, disconnect, and not take too seriously words that have been spoken against you, that you'll not take them to heart and allow them to define you. This is what David does, and it sets him up to face up to Goliath and actually gain the victory. Thanks for watching today's video. I'd really like to hear what you think about this. Let's actually engage on our various platforms, and thank you for watching CITAM Church Online.